Hey everybody, today I'm going to show you how to set up Kodama3D. This is from Indie Boards and Cards. It plays 1 to 4 players. Let's get into the setup.
All right, and to start the setup, each player is given 2 trunks. One that has a Kodama on it and one that does not. Each player assembles their trunk by sliding one piece into the other. Finally, stand up your trunk on the table in front of you. So these little guys are the Kodamas. You can see there's 4 different colors. Just let your players pick the color that they want and then pick any of the bottom trunks. It doesn't really matter as far as that goes, and they will be good to go. All right, so we're going to go with the green player. We're going to pick this one, and you would put together just like this. And there you go. Now your tree is set up and ready to go. Now each player also gets 2 of their meeples, depending on the color that they picked on the Kodama. Like since I'm green, I obviously get the green meeples. The next step is to shuffle all the branch tiles. This is for a 2-player game. If you have more than 2 players, all you do is add more branch piles here. If you do a 3-player game, for instance, you create 12 stacks of 4 tiles. So that would be a 3x4 grid. So we would just add another line to make it a 3x4. And if you're playing a 4-player game, then you use 16 stacks and just make a 4x4 grid. But this is the setup for 2-player and for single-player versions. You just do a 3x3 grid with 4 branches in each stack. After you get your branches down and the players have created their trees and got their meeples, you need to give them their goals. So you just take the deck here and you want to give everybody 3 of these. 3 of these goals, they need to be kept secret, and the player gets to pick 2 of them and put the other one on the bottom of the deck. And so these are the goals that they are trying to complete as they play the game. And then you also deal 4 out into the middle of the pile. And the next and final step for setup is to start with the youngest player. They take their meeple and they pick a branch to place it on. And so looking at your goals, like for this one, I want pink flowers on the end. So I would look for branches that have pink flowers. I may start my meeple out there. Then it goes clockwise around to the next player. They put their meeple down on a branch of their choice. And once it gets to the final player, then it reverses and goes counterclockwise. So player 2 would get to place their second meeple before player 1, for instance. There you go. And now you're set up and ready to start your first game. All right, now that we got it all set up, I'm going to show you how you play Kodama. So the youngest player goes first. And you take their meeple, right here, you're colored, and you can move it. You can move it directionally, vertically, horizontally, or diagonally. You cannot hit another meeple. You cannot jump over a meeple. So this unit can only move either here or here. My goal is to try to match up my VP cards here in my hand with things, because I'm building my tree here. So this one VP per flower. Each flower at the end of each branch. So I want to get the flower ones for this one. This one, it says each blue Kodama on branches within 2 branches of your trunk for each blue one. So I'm trying to get blue. So look, this guy is a double win for me. So I would take this guy, the pink one, move it there, and you don't actually pick anything up. So what happens is when you move your meeple, you actually pick up the branch from the pile you just left. So I get this one, which is the pink flower, and I have to put it on my tree. I can put it on any of the open slots here, and the whole idea is to meet your VP goals here and to not make your tree collapse. So if you have too much weight on one side, which is pretty hard to do, to be honest, but it is possible, your tree will fall over, and then you have to take the last branch off and put it in another spot, which could ruin some of the VP cards if you have some that are set up to have, like this one right here, that needs 4 blue meeples in a row to give you 7 VP. It's a pretty hard one to get. That would be that turn, right? Next would be this second player's turn. So his or their goals, there's one to get 2 worms, one to get 2 pink meeples. So let's see what he's got. So right here's a worm and a green meeple. There's a green meeple you can go to. You can go diagonally, so this person could go here, here, or here, or here. We'd go ahead and move him here. So he's going to pick that up next turn. He would pick this one up, put it onto his tree or their tree. And you can move any of your meeples As long as you move one, you can't not move one. Another thing that happens that I forgot to mention, at the end of your turn, if you play a branch that doesn't match what's on your tree. So right now I did. See, green person, green meeple, green meeple. So I actually matched. So that would have been the end of my turn. That was done right. This person's turn, however, they did not have a match. They have the pink meeple and they added the yellow meeple. So they didn't have a match. So what happens is they get to draw one of the VP or gold cards. They get to draw one of the gold cards out of here, or they can take the top one off the deck and they add it to their hand. Remember, these are kept hidden. And you can have as many of these in your hand as you want. This is how you score at the end of the game, which happens when you hit 10 branches on your tree. And both players have to do that. They would have got to draw VP. Let's see, they picked up a yellow meeple. They probably would have went with maybe this yellow meeple VP card and put it in their hand. Now it's back to the pink player's turn. So remember, my goal was to get the pink ones. And so I'm going to go probably there because that's pink and green both. I got to pick this one up. I'm going to put it in my tree here. We're going to balance it out because I don't need to get them in a row for that VP card. Now, the other thing that you might look at is you don't want to match every time. Because see, if I would have put this flower right here, if I would have put that flower to that flower, then they would have been a matching pair because they both have flowers. Then I would not have got to draw. Oops, I forgot to add one back. Then I would not have got to draw an extra VP card. But since I put it on this side, it doesn't match anything because it doesn't match the green guy here, pink and green. So I get to actually take a card. So I would probably go with more of the pink flower cards here. Add it to my hand. Turn these over to make it easier. And so you keep going back and forth like this. And let's keep going a couple more rounds here. So the green guy's turn. He's going to move off there, probably to this green guy. And he gets another worm. And probably put it right there for him. Okay, and it is not a matching pair in any means, so he gets to take a VP card. Definitely go with that one for him. Back to this turn. Last one we picked up was the blue guy. Oh, I keep forgetting to put this pile back up. 4 cards in the middle. There we go. So we'd probably go here. We're going to grab the blue and the mushroom. Not really helpful to us. It's not going to match either branch, but we're going to attach it right there. And we get to draw another VP card. Maybe we want to go for the 4 blues in a row, so we'll take it. Now back to their turn. You keep going so far until everybody's got 10 branches on their tree. And remember, don't let your tree fall over. And then you score your VP. And then whoever has the most VP, so for instance right now, have 2 branch tiles with flowers on them in a row. So I don't have any of this on this tree right now. Each flower at the end of each branch got 1. Each blue Kodama on branches within 2 branches of your trunk. So I got 1 here, so that's worth 2 VP. So I would, right now with our small trees, I would have 2 VP on that side, for instance. But you keep collecting cards, you keep adding up all your VP, and then at the end of the game, whoever has the most VP wins. It's pretty simple, it's fun, it's easy to do, it's relaxing. You don't have to put a lot of thought into it. I really like these games for like family-oriented events and for kids, because it does have strategy there, but it's nothing that you have to, you're not going to take forever on your turn trying to figure out what the best thing to do. All right, everybody, and that is how you play Kodama3D from Indie Boards and Cards. It's very cute, very fun. I really enjoy this game a lot. It's got a lot of cute artwork, and it's easy for anybody to use. All right, everybody, have yourself a great day.